Reverse. Oh, look, you guys are off again. You guys make up your mind. Hello everybody, today we are doing tires for the service truck. We have a lot of swapping to do. We have some inferior equipment. Let's see what's going to take to get these tires swapped. So what we have here is the correct rims. These are hub piloted rims with some tires that really won't work for us. Over here we have the correct tires I have picked up. One of the rims is a non-hub piloted rim, so I'll have to swap that out. The one below it is a hub piloted rim, so basically we got a whole bunch of mix and match and we gotta get all this sorted out. Now I have bought one of these $50 Harbor Freight specials for changing tires. Well, yes, I know, it's $50. I was really hoping that it would work at least a few times. This is your bead breaker. I already had to put some iron on here to stiffen it up because I was already tweaking it very badly. I did about 3 tires, light truck tires. As you can see, we're starting to bend the pipe. It is awful. Now with these Harbor Freight specials, $50 specials, yeah, if you're doing small passenger car tires, they would most likely be okay. But for working with truck tires, say like LT 235 85 R16s, which is what I'm doing, this is totally inferior. So you may ask, well, you just take it to your local tire shop. Well, yeah, I can, but they charge you 50 bucks to do a loose tire like this. And the truck's not roadworthy yet. And I don't want to pay $50 over and over again for this. So instead of buying 6 new tires, I was able to buy myself a reasonably used set. That was about $100 for the 2 top tires, which we'll use as steer tires. And the bottom 4 tires that do have some tread lift on them, I bought these down for $150 for a set of 4. So instead of spending $2,000 plus on brand new tires, we bought a good used set of tires for a few $100, and with the allowance I had for my new tires, I went and bought myself a tire machine and a manual tire balancer, Snap-On. That one does do dynamic balancing, left and right, inboard or outboard if you will, but it's simply mechanical. You gotta spin it up, get up to speed, then it'll do all the measurements. The ones that spin up automatically with the motor, they're usually 220, 3-phase power, and they really don't have much more shenanigans than my sketchy power meter to convert my 220 into 3-phase. You can do it. You can make the third leg synthetically. You just get it, basically you get another 3-phase motor, you power 2 legs of it and you get the third leg out, but that's a whole bunch of messing about. I don't have room for that with my sketchy wiring. I was able to pick that little humdinger up, very reasonably priced. Came with all the cones. And so now, we are literally self-contained now. I don't have to deal with 2-hour-long wait times anymore, extra fee shenanigans. I've had enough. We're fully self-contained now. Now this is used. We need to eventually replace the plastic on here. It does have a new piece of plastic on the duck head where the rim rides, and it is missing a plastic protector on the bead breaker shovel here. But we can get those later. Right now for my service truck, we're doing steel on steel, so this doesn't really matter all that much. I will have to get that plastic shovel for the bead breaker eventually when I do the aluminum, or as you guys say in other countries, aluminiums rims. We'll have to get that plastic bit later so we can swap tires out on the mighty Volvo. Not that old Volvo, the slightly newer-ish Volvo. I also really like this John Bean one. Not only was it reasonably priced, the shop got a newer set, and that's the only reason why they let this one go. I got it fairly cheap. It actually has the low profile adapters on it. So you can do a lot lower profile wheels with it. And this is the arm that basically would push down to help install the new tire onto a low profile rim. Which would work great for the Volvo because it has lower-ish profile, not low. These are 45 aspect ratios. It'll definitely help reinstall those. But for big truck tires, we don't really need that, so we'll just set these arms aside. So let's go ahead and do some mounting and dismounting and have some fun and games. Oh yes. There. No weights on this side. Oh, we got a weight on this side though. I don't have my wheel weight puller pliers. They're actually in the mail. So this will be a multi-day episode with me as well. But channel locks also work as well. There's one. Well, there's this one here. All right. Now, I don't know if some of you have seen how these tire machines work or not. I don't know. But basically, we have the clamp. This button clamps against the rim. That retracts it. And the table turns this way normally. And it goes back up if you mess it up. So, put this on here. Clamp it. Bring our arm in. Right there, that's the correct height. And then you move that duck head just out of the tire rim. Like that. All right, now we're all set. Go ahead and lube it all up. Auto. Which button is it? It's that one. Technically, I didn't lube up the back side, but getting a second, the back bead off is actually a lot less cumbersome. Usually it just comes right off. Hello. Hello. All right. Scoot down here. Up, down here. There, rim one. One wheel weight. We got another one. Oh yes. All right, wheel weight's off. I need to install a crane so I can just lift this tire on and off easier. Top of my list. Right, clamping. Oh, beautiful. I'll put a little bit more on here. Okay. Look at that. Love it. Love doing this by myself. No more tire shop for me. Heck no. I really like Toyo tires on my pickup, especially the M55s. Great tread pattern, pretty good wear on them. They ride a little bit stiffer than the competitions, but if I had my first choice, I'd be putting Toyo M55s on there, but they're 400 bucks a tire, and there's a reason why. It's pretty silly expensive, but the sidewalls, it rides a lot rougher, but on like my service truck or full-size pickup, that's good, especially if you load it down with weight constantly, because they're built pretty rugged. If I had money, that's where my money would go, but I don't. So I'd buy this machine instead, so I didn't have to, but now I can tell tire companies to go away. And hello, TireRack.com. Not sponsored, affiliated, not affiliated, sponsored, or partnered in any way, shape, or form. What are you blithering on about? I'm clicking off. Oh, no, there's no reason for that attitude. No reason for that. I'm a little weird. I find I'm a lot of weird. This will be a fun ride, won't it? Oh, yes. This will be a fun ride. Don't you worry about that. Right, heave ho. Woo, that's a stiff sidewall. And bear up the second one, just get it over the duck head here. There. Woo. I'll pull that tire machine down just a bit. Okay, moving on to the next part of the video, which is right now. Amazing how that works out, eh? I should now demonstrate with the next couple rims what I plan to do with all 6 rims, I think. First of all, remove the valve stem. These are the heavy-duty super truck ones. They're not the simple pop-in ones, as I will show you here in a second. Well, these are the bolt clamp-on style, and these are the squeeze them in style. But due to the age of these rims and tires, it's best to swap them out so I don't have to deal with a leaking valve stem 1 week after I get the truck going and subject to a highway test, because you know they're going to leak. Be just my luck. And now with a light buffering. Clean up the seat area. And then clean it up a little bit. See all that rust in there on the inside? It's no good. It's no good. So I gotta buffer that out too. That's a little better. And then we're going to give it a light courtesy scrub on the bead itself. And I only do that 5 more times. And I'll be on to the next step. And now we paint with gloss protective enamel by Rust-Oleum. I'm going to paint all 6 at the very least, where the lug studs will be, the mating surface. For this particular side of the rim, I'm only going to paint 2 of them. This will be the outside dual for one side and the outside dual for the other side. I won't waste my paint on the other ones because they have a lot of brake dust and they didn't come very clean very well without a massive amount of scrubbing. So I'm going to be incredibly lazy and paint just 2 rims dedicated to the outside of the rear axle. Then we'll flip them over and paint all 6 on the other side. All 4. I don't know. We're going to go paint. Not painting it right. No, yeah, I know. I'm just putting the paint down, all right? Let's start somewhere, eh? This is going to need a couple of coats. Goodness. Definitely going to need another coat of paint. Goodness. Okay, well, take note. This would be the other inside dually because that's the cleanest. Outside dually. Whatever. May have to go back and edit that. I don't know. What did I say? Some gibberish, no doubt. We'll go ahead and let those dry. I'll slap another coat on them off camera. Then we'll hit them up on the other side. Reloading. Bang. What now? right, now that we got a good paint job, we're going to assemble our steer wheels, and then I'll just do the jewels offline. So, let's go ahead and get our valve stem in place. And because this is a heavy duty truck, we're not going to use your typical rubber valve stem. We use the heavy duty steel version. Because our truck's heavy duty, brah. We have our valve stem with the rubber. That just goes on right through here. With a magical press of a button. Except the camera's angled all wrong. We then put our washer over here. Nut. And simply drawing said nut down will squish the grommet in the back. Reverse. Oh, look, you guys are off again. You guys make up your mind. And I'm just going for a nice squishy look to it here. Yep, that looks pretty squished to me. Excuse you. Wish this stuff was a little bit thicker, like goo. All right. Let me get some more. Now this particular tire tread pattern, bi-directional, either which way, doesn't matter. It's not a fancy race car. Oh, not quite, not quite. Over here, under here. Like that. Ooh, it even comes with a valve core. How's that for $1.98 a piece? Getting their money's worth there, that's for sure. I'll show you on the next go-round, but there's 4 jets that seat the bead. Let's see if this works. Looks like we're pumping. All right, that's one down. All right, so once again, valve stem here. Washer here. Maybe. Fastening device. Now how that bead is sitting is the compressed gas comes out of these 4 jets. So if I push on the pedal all the way, you got a big blast of air. That's how you seat the bead. Well, that's how you seat the bead if you had a machine like this. Alternatively, If you're working out in the field, working on semis or lorries, as you guys say across the pond, you don't have a machine, you use a bead blaster. This happens to be the Cheetah bead seeder blaster. And all you'd simply do is you would hook up your air to here, valve on and off, charge it up, and then boosh, you just dump this, 1.5 inch valve, all at once, and that gust of air goes in there, and in theory it will inflate the tire. And if that doesn't work, is you go onto Google, you type in seeding a bead of a tire using starting fluid, or WD-40, and I'll let you fall down the accident rabbit hole there. Anywho's, moving on. There's something like that. Let's give that a try. Yes. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, go ahead and try to seed our bead here. Come on. Where's it going? Well, during that air compressor run, I was able to seat it, so what we're going to do now is undo our clamps. I didn't think I explained this on the first wheel. And what that does is that relaxes the tire on the turntable so you can safely inflate it without it bumping up against those jets. So now that's nice and loose, we'll go ahead and take it up. And hey ho silver, away! To be safe, this thing should be in a cage. That's how the big truck tires, how they inflate them, but I don't have one of those yet. These tires are new or newer, only a couple of years old. So we shouldn't have to worry too much about major industrial accidents. About 40. Again, I'm setting these about 70, so it's not at the max, around 80 PSI, so there's a little bit of a cushion. For a truck this size, I know what is a cushion, but... like it when they bounce. All right. Sure, it's simple. Well, you guys get the idea. So I'm going to shut the camera off, put on some jams, get the other 4 mounted, and I think we're about ready to get that truck off the blocks. Finally. I still need to replace a radiator in it though. It never ends. Now I had thought I could use my tire machine in conjunction with my tire changer I bought to balance the tires on my dually. As fate would have it, nothing but problems. This particular Snap-On tire balancer is hand spun. It will do dynamic balancing, inboard and outboard, but it's just too small for the dually rims. This thing can do a max offset about 9 inches, which is about here. And the dually rims stick out another 2 or 3 inches beyond there, so there's an offset of 10 to 12 inches. So I had to suck it up and go to the tire company and have them balanced for a whopping $16.99 a piece. It will do pickup tires. It's just got to be a single tire, can't be a dually rim. So the tire company has won the battle in this time, but the war is not over. So what we'll do is I'll roll some footage that I got when I went over to Idaho and picked this thing up and brought it back. Only about 4 or 5 minutes, and then we'll catch you back on the flip side to install the tires. I'll dig my gravel out a little bit. Oh, a little too taut. Because I'm too lazy to jack it up. Come on now, let's be sensible here. Nope. Forgot my alignment dowel. Ah! There we go. Now get up in there. Uh-huh. Still digging those rocks. The jack up after all, I guess. Ha! Oopsies. One of the things I forgot to do is grease up my kingpins. Oopsies. Of course it's out. Just enough to do the top. Okay, well. Oh, for real. Watch this. Well, that didn't work out too well. Mostly empty. Let's come shooting out of there. This one's been in here for so long. Piece of junk. This bugger's been in here for a while. It never ends with this truck. It never ends. I'm actually getting really annoyed now. That's what you get for buying a piece of junk. Well, we're too far into it now. Looks like this thing's gonna be coming out piece by piece. Gosh darn it. Oh. Well, I found my other one. Looks like the tube's gonna be a little bit more successful on pulling it out. Then my red one. Nice about the blue one here, it's got a nice longer handle, full-length handle here, so you can get additional leverage and really make a mess when you get on it. Alright. Okay. I'll go ahead and grease the rest of these kingpins up. I'll be right back. Me and my bright ideas. Or rather, lack of. Now that the kingpins have been given their due of grease, now maybe we can get on with installing the rest of the tires. Okay. Now those are full of grease. Oy! Nope. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Need down about an inch or two. Okay. Fixing. sure I get on there. I would say safe, but we're never really safe on this channel, or, well, someone's, I don't know what I was trying to say. I'm tired. Nope. Idiot. There we go. Well, that's not going to happen again. I love dualies, I love dualies, I love dualies. Just not right now. All right. Can you believe this nonsense? Last one down, and I've got a defective one out of the box. This one doesn't have the wash on it. Now I need to go get one of the old ones. Thank you, Dorman. Cypress Hill, Instate in the Membrane song is really, really speaking volumes right about now. One used one that's about the same color. I guess, whatever. Why not? Ha! Well, the thing's only been unblocked for a couple of months. Time to shut it down. Even though they're used tires, are definitely last a summer, possibly two. Definitely looking a lot prettier now, I must say. Now it's making the rest of the paint job on the truck look bad. Oh yes, I'm liking that. It's looking a lot sharper now. Fantastic. Definitely better looking shoes on the rig now. Fantastic. Well, now that I'm all icky-fied and just nasty and cold and I'm freezing and I'm tired, I'll call this an episode. Next episode on this thing will involve cold case radiator and a Husqvarna chainsaw. We'll see you guys later. Hello everybody, today we are swapping tires for the service truck. Point. Smell the camera? All right. you know. So now we got to take the tire off the rims and go to step number 3,238 of getting this service rig back on the road. Or getting it on the road. It's never been on the road, really, as long as I've owned it. It was towed home once. Does that count? Now if you get... Oy! Oh, get out of the way. Right, as I was saying, I'm only gonna paint the two on the inside, because technically that'll be the outside for the duals. And then the rest we're just, no, how should I say that? All right, now that I got all the lights set up, let's just try to take this. Right. All right, well, everything's been painted. We'll go ahead and get our two front steer tires assembled. Wheels. The tire goes on the wheel. Tire, wheel, rim, wheel. Don't forget it. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Now that I'm all icky-fied and nasty-fied, I will call this Be Afraid. Be very afraid. I need to get to bed. I'm done. Oh!